Hello guys, this is Revolution. On this video we are going to be discussing what is the more powerful attacking move out of the Kamehameha and the Final Flash. Whilst the Genki Dama, otherwise known as the Spirit Bomb, is Goku's ultimate move, and the Final Explosion is Vegeta's ultimate move, Goku and Vegeta both rely on the Kamehameha and the Final Flash heavily during their battles to help them succeed. But which move has the higher attacking potency? We're going to find out in this video. However, as always, a quick question before we continue. If Goku, Gohan and Goten were to use a family Kamehameha against a Vegeta, Future Trunks and Kid Trunks using a family Gallick Gun, who would come out on top? It's a wacky scenario, I know, but I'm definitely interested to know what you guys think. Drop your thoughts down in the comment section. So first up, let's take a look at the Kamehameha. Throughout Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z and Dragon Ball Super, this is Goku's go-to move. He has pretty much spammed this move throughout the entirety of the franchise. Here's a quick description from the Daizenshu about the Kamehameha. It's on your screen right now if you want to read it. But its special characteristics is that it is a key manipulation technique thought up by Kame Sennin. It is a technique that condenses ki into one point and then fires it. The technique's force changes based on the strength of its user's ki, and if mastered, it also becomes possible to control its force. Son Goku picked up on this technique, perhaps because of his ki training with Son Gohan, his grandpa, or perhaps due to his special characteristics as a Saiyajin. Tenshin Han also easily copied it. From this, it can be said that it is possible to use the Kamehameha merely by being able to control one's ki. So all in all, it sounds like a pretty basic technique, and obviously Goku has literally mastered it to such a degree where it's considered a pretty damn powerful move. It's simply just collecting as much ki into a small space and firing it towards your opponent. The stronger the user is, the stronger the attack is, and you can literally build that attack up as much as you want. In this attack you could use 1% of your full power or 100%. So despite the fact it's a pretty basic technique, it is a pretty useful technique. Now if you played any of the Dragon Ball console games, you'll know that there's a plethora of different Kamehameha techniques. They're essentially all the same technique, just given different names for different characters used in different situations. Ultimately, they're all the same when it boils down to it. However, Goku did use a Super Kamehameha against Piccolo Jr. at the end of the original Dragon Ball. And this is what the Daizenshu has to say about the Super Kamehameha. A Kamehameha powered up through his training under Kami-sama in the Heavenly Realm. It has enough power to deflect Piccolo's powerful Makozen. So clearly this is an evolution on the regular Kamehameha. And there have been occasions throughout Dragon Ball where the Kamehameha has appeared to double Goku's power. This was definitely the case against Raditz, as Raditz's Power Scouter picked up on Goku's battle power being more than twice than what it was just a few moments before using the Kamehameha. And then you could look at other occasions such as when a fully powered Super Saiyan Goku in the Cell games almost obliterated Cell despite being the weaker one of the two. Of course, Perfect Cell regenerated at that time, but if it weren't for his regeneration, Goku would have won, and we know that a few moments later, Gohan would unlock Super Saiyan 2, a 2x multiplier over Super Saiyan. Goku hasn't always doubled his power using the Kamehameha. It is a power gathering technique, so basically it depends on how much power Goku wants to use. As we saw in Dragon Ball Super just before the Tournament of Power, Goku in Super Saiyan Blue suppressed his Kamehameha to match the power output from Krillin. He truly has mastered the Kamehameha, but it seems when the going gets tough, when he's fighting an opponent that's stronger than he is, he can use the Kamehameha to amp his own full power. How much does the Final Flash amp Vegeta's power? So if the Kamehameha can at least double Goku's power, how much does the Final Flash amp Vegeta's power? Well, we've never actually seen a Final Flash versus Kamehameha in the series itself. How awesome would that be? However, we have seen the Gallick Gun versus the Kamehameha, and this is what the Daizenshu has to say about the Gallick Gun. Zenshu literally calls it Vegeta's version of the Kamehameha. The difference between it and the Kamehameha is the hand position when shooting out the ki. He thrusts out the palm of his hands towards his opponent and fires it as if pushing out the ki. The ki output from the two palms then becomes a single powerful current. So as you can see, it's pretty much the same move as the Kamehameha, just with a different hand position. It's just the same version of concentrating ki into a small space and then firing it towards an opponent. In the Gallick Gun Kamehameha struggle in the Saiyan Saga, Goku was literally at a power level of 24,000 by using the Kaioken times 3, whereas Vegeta had a power level of 18,000. And until Goku used Kaioken times 4, which ultimately won him the duel, it was a pretty even contest, so you could argue that the Gallick Gun is slightly stronger than the Kamehameha. Does the 2-time boost from the Kamehameha occur when using the Kaioken? I highly doubt it, as the Kaioken pushes his power far beyond its normal limits anyway. Of course, in the Android saga, when Vegeta became a Super Saiyan, he used the Big Bang attack for the first time against Android 19, and this is what the Daizenshu has to say about the Big Bang attack. It's a key wave which Vegeta fired at number 19. This technique, which easily destroyed number 19, could be said to be Super Saiyajin Vegeta's version of the Gallick Gun. However, the differences between it and the Gallick Gun are the way of firing it and the shape of the key. The key is condensed down into one big lump and can deal heavy damage inside one specific range, in contrast with the Gallick Gun, which attacks a wide range. It then continues to say this effectiveness made it Vegeta's strongest attack at the time. So it seems the Big Bang attack is just a different variation of the Gallick Gun, just with a different construct. However, the Big Bang attack seems to have more focus on area of effect, so if you hit an opponent with it, it should do more damage technically. However, the final flash is described in the Daizenshu as Vegeta's super special attack, so already we know that it's stronger than the Big Bang attack and it's stronger than the Gallick Gun, which is basically the same move as the Kamehameha, just with a different hand position. It goes on further to say, concentrating all the ki in his body into both hands. He fires it at his opponent. As he concentrates his ki, his hands enter a state of electrical discharge, distorting the surrounding atmosphere and drawing everything in. Its rate of energy depletion is high, and it can only be fired in a state surpassing the limits of Super Saiyajin. It has enough force to easily destroy the Earth, and Vegeta is able to narrow its attack range by aiming it. Once again, more area of effect from the Daizenshu. This technique blew away the upper right portion of Cell's body. Anyway, it's clear that the final flash is superior to the Gallick Gun, which is comparable to the Kamehameha. Cell Saga, when Vegeta was using Grade 2 of Super Saiyan, he used the final flash against Perfect Cell. He dared Cell to withstand the attack, but as the attack was coming towards Cell, Cell tried to dodge the attack, but ultimately it caught his upper right body. It absolutely blew away a portion of Cell's body and could have killed him had Cell not tried to dodge. At this point, Cell far surpassed Vegeta in strength. However, Goku did the same thing pretty much in the Cell games when he used the instant transmission Kamehameha, pointing it at point blank range at Cell. He destroyed the upper half of Cell. Just like against Vegeta, Cell obviously regenerated, but clearly both attacks had the same impact on a being who was stronger than both of them. However, by Vegeta's own admission, full-powered Super Saiyan Goku in the Cell games far surpassed Grade 2 Vegeta that fought Perfect Cell. So this definitely implies that Vegeta's power amp from using the final flash was enormous. And of course, in the Tournament of Power itself, when Super Saiyan Blue Goku saw Vegeta in Super Saiyan Blue using the final flash, he couldn't believe how high Vegeta's power was going. The final flash may have more power than the Kamehameha, but the Kamehameha, far more convenient and versatile move to use. The final flash, as described in the Daizenshu, literally uses nearly all of Vegeta's power, and it takes him time to charge this attack. The Kamehameha has to be charged as well, but it doesn't need to use all of your power. The Daizenshu also states that the final flash is only usable in a beyond Super Saiyan state. As we saw when Vegeta used it against Cell, it took him time to charge, and as we saw against Jiren in episode 122, Jiren let Vegeta charge the attack as well and literally withstood the attack despite it knocking him down. We also saw Goku have to hold Jiren in a full Nelson while Vegeta charged up a final flash in episode 125 whilst it was in Blue Evolution. And I have heard some people say that the final flash from episode 122 was stronger than the Spirit Bomb from the Dragon Ball specials. This is nonsense. Most people's argument for this is because Jiren blinked away the Spirit Bomb, when actually if you follow that struggle again, he used his arms for quite a lot of that struggle. He just eventually powered up enough to be comfortable enough to overpower Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken times 20, pushing it back at him. Against Vegeta, he just blocked it. He didn't move out the way, he let it hit him. It was very reminiscent of the final flash Vegeta used against Cell. He provoked Cell into trying to withstand the attack, and Jiren did the same thing. Jiren may have been in control in the Spirit Bomb duel with Goku, but he wasn't going to allow that Spirit Bomb to hit him. And guess what, guys? In episode 125, Jiren blinked away a Super Saiyan Blue Evolution Final Flash. So there you have it. So the Final Flash is more powerful than the regular Kamehameha. Obviously the Kamehameha can be amped by the Kaioken as well, but obviously that's two techniques being used together. But on its own, the Kamehameha is weaker than the Final Flash, but a far more convenient and versatile move. Anyway guys, let me know your thoughts down in the comment section. Did you agree or disagree? Please do smash that like button, keep lending me your energy, subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Until next time, Ad Astra.